Okay, hey class. So this is the second part of the study guide video. We left off on Carl Van. Well, we left off on all of these white patrons of the New Negro movement. Now we're on Carl Van Vechten. He played a critical role in the Harlem Renaissance as a patron and supporter of African American culture. His views about black culture were, however, problematic. He claimed that black people were born to be entertainers, sexually free, and that they should be free to explore their sexuality and stuff. He believed black singers should follow their natural talents, such as jazz, spirituals, and blues, even though black people were basically responsible for every music genre, but it's okay, whatever. Um, Also, in here is uh, some other people, but black people in the movement and stuff. We have Cap Calloway, we have Alan Meadows, we have Marianne Anderson, and we have Billie Holiday. We also have Doris Ullman. She built a reputation around, based on preserving the vanishing rural culture of the southeastern U.S. She photographed the gala of South Carolina for Julia Perkins' novel Roll Jordan Roll. Oh my gosh, 1933. Between 1928 and 1934, Ullman made annual folklore photograph expeditions to the South to document Black Southern culture. Period. And we have this we have Macbeth, Voodoo Macbeth, African American musical performance, developments in the early 20th century African American musical culture, the sounds, entertainers, spaces where expressive culture was performed, people playing, listening, and dancing to music. Here's more of that. We got Louis Armstrong, for an example. Love his music. We got Duke Ellington. Pause to also write the stuff down too. All right, and then we also have famous nightclubs of the era. Got the Cotton Club, Savoy. Yeah. So the impact of African American music theater was the African American musical review shuffle along is of great importance to the history of American musical theater. Jazz music and dance helped American musical theater evolve into a truly unique art form. Shuffle Along's music and lyrics were written by the vaudeville team of Noble, Cecil, and U.B. Blake. Shuffle Along debuted on Broadway in 1921 and ran for 504 performances. Florence Mills was the female star who went on to achieve international fame. Shuffle Along's innovative female chorus included performer Josephine Baker. Shuffle Along inspired the creation of countless African American musicals showcasing black dance. 9 African American musicals opened on Broadway between 1921 and 1924. Black independent film movement was born during the 20th century. Black film companies like Norman Studios made movies for segregated black audiences, like The Flying Ace. Oscar Mitchell um, is known as the father of black cinema. Within Our Gates, 1919, was his controversial film about lynching in response to Birth of a Nation. Right, and you got Bessie Smith, Empress of the Blues. All right, we got dance. Big band music inspired ballroom dancers to experiment with new patterns of movement. Uh, Jazz was dance music. The black dance innovation most associated with jazz was the Lindy Hop, pioneered at the Savoy Ballroom during the 1920s. Lindy Hop made the Savoy the first dance hall in America socially integrated via black music and dance, spreading uh, African influence patterns of movement. Oh my God. All right, so basically the movement would be like their body is more down to the floor in order to give them more movement. And they move, and this allows for them to move, for people to move uh, more swiftly, I guess, kind of move more easily in dance and less stiff. We got scholar teachers of African diaspora dance. We got Pearl Primus and Catherine Dunham. What pioneer work and research in West Africa, Central Africa, Caribbean, the Americas. Both women were professional dancers as well as anthropologists and choreographers. We also have another dancer, a legendary dancer, Frankie Manning, created many innovations of the Lindy Hop, rejected stiff upright positions, and danced at an angle to the ground. Um, yeah, the new Negro and African American photography. Okay, so, how many minutes am I running? Okay, 6. Okay, Oh my gosh, W. Du Bois. I'm just gonna say Du Bois. The 1900 Paris Exposition. He compiled a series of photographs for the American Negro exhibit at the Paris Exposition, organizing 363 images into albums entitled Types of American Negroes, Georgia, USA, and Negro Life in Georgia." He was then a professor of sociology at Atlanta University, who believed racism could be challenged with empirical evidence of the economic, social, and cultural achievements of African Americans. The facts of African American life and culture could combat the claims of biological race scientists that claimed blacks were racially inferior to people of European descent. He believed photographs of successful black people could also combat racist caricatures. Uh, he publicly stated that visitors to the American Negro exhibit would find several volumes of photos of typical Negro faces, but they go against the conventional American ideas of what, a black person was or how they were meant to be or whatever. And Paris Exposition judges awarded Du Bois with a gold medal. And here is, minstrel depictions here. Ugh, just gross. And then maps. I don't know why we looked at the maps in class, but I'm not gonna look at them. Oh crap, we're already running on 8 minutes. Okay. Du Bois asked African Americans across the country to send photographs of their families, homes, churches, businesses, and schools, professional cultural activities. He also worked with Thomas E. Askew. And here's some more of that. Again, pause and write down stuff too. If we gotta remember the names of these churches, like for the exam. All right. So we got new Negro portraiture. At the core of the new Negro movement philosophy was the importance of self-respect and self-help. Black women exemplified the model in their social political reform work, primarily carried out by their community organizations. Black women's groups were organized under National Association of Colored Women's Clubs, and with the motto "Lifting as we climb." There were aspects of the new Negro movement overly concerned with the physical appearance of black men and women. Why is this so important? Precisely because the features of race, its collective mouth shape, lip size, shape of its head, its had been caricatured and stereotyped so severely in popular American art that black intellectuals seem to feel that nothing less than a full facelift and a complete break with the enslaved past could uh, ameliorate the social conditions of the modern black person. And here's some more photos. All right, I gotta quickly end this because, yeah. But yeah, have fun studying.